Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your Africa Cup of Nations quarter-final recap, or the last quarter-final recap. We are now done with the quarter-finals and heading into the semi-finals as this tournament comes to an end, and it's getting tasty now. I'm going to go through what went down yesterday. This video was meant to be uploaded yesterday, by the way, but I couldn't due to some issues, so I apologize for that. But we're doing it now, and we're going to go through Egypt versus Morocco, heavyweight clash, and Senegal versus Equatorial Guinea. Let's start off with the first game, Egypt versus Morocco. And I have to say, this game went in the opposite direction of what I actually thought was going to happen. Although, what I thought was going to happen was actually going to happen up until Egypt decided to start showing up properly. And they took the game. It finishes 2-1 to Egypt in extra time. This was a tight affair, a very tight affair. But you could see from the start of the game up until the end, one team declining and the other team ascending. And that is exactly how it went down. Morocco started off very, very strong in the first 6 minutes, getting themselves a penalty, which was a penalty. Let's have it right. Even while the Egyptian defender was complaining, it was a blatant penalty. There was no ball. Hakimi, if I'm not mistaken, getting fouled in the box. So we get a penalty there for Morocco. Sofiane Boufal steps up, and it's 1-0 to Morocco. And this is where I was thinking, okay, they've got that first goal. They have the advantage. They can just try and contain, try and defend, try and play on the counter-attack. Don't allow too much space for Egypt and just see this result out. Because Egypt, as a collective, didn't really seem super strong going forward if you try and keep Mohamed Salah out of the game. And as the game progressed, that is what they were doing less and less of. Mo Salah started to get himself more and more and more into the game as the game went on. That's not what you want, especially if you're defending a 1-0 lead. Up until the half-time mark, it was pretty much kind of 50-50, even though Morocco were 1-0 up. Going into the second half was when it really began to change. And you could see the decline in Morocco from that point. I don't know if it was nerves, I don't know if it was fatigue, or whatever. But Egypt, all of a sudden, taking the control, taking that initiative, moving the ball about as they should, getting the ball into some very good areas and starting to utilize Mohamed Salah as he's meant to be utilized. And once you give him enough space and enough opportunity, he will do what he does best, and that is punish you. It's as simple as that. Egypt and Mohamed Salah especially have been the sort of side, like, as this tournament's gone on, they've gone better and better and better and better. I personally still didn't think it was enough to get this result against Morocco. That's what I thought going into the game. Going into the second half, it all switched. It all switched. Morocco looked like they began to lose their shape a little bit. And up until when the second half started, that's when Egypt strike. And when Egypt strike and they get the equaliser, the momentum of the game shifted. It completely shifted. Mohamed Salah with the goal. Mohamed Salah with the goal. And that tells you everything you need to know, you know. Mohamed Salah is the sort of guy that, you know, in a big game, when it's a big game, he'll step up. He will step up. And that's for club and country now. We knew he could do it for club. Could he do it for country? Well, now we know. Now we know. He steps up and gets the goal. Ball taken across the 6-yard box, pretty much. Hits the goalkeeper, comes back out, and he slots it in from very close range. But this is the thing, right position, right time. Mohamed Salah's that guy. How is he being allowed that much space in the box on a goal-scoring opportunity for Egypt? It's just really, really bad defending. Really bad defending. So Morocco get punished, 1-1, and the momentum shifts. Now, Morocco done a decent job trying to hold their own at this point and taking the game to extra time, because Egypt could have really wrapped it up just before the end of the match. But it goes to extra time, and that is when Egypt, I think, really had most of the control. Morocco could, when you look at the way extra time was going, you just began to sense Egypt are going to win this. And they did. They did. Trezeguet with the goal. Mohamed Salah assist. And this is what I'm saying. When he steps up in a big game, he steps up. He doesn't just get a goal. He gets an assist as well. Straight to Trezeguet. Trezeguet puts it in. It's 2-1 to Egypt. And Egypt qualify to the semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations. And I have to say, in terms of my overall analysis, I didn't expect Egypt to go this far. You knew you had it in them. But I didn't expect them to go this far. I thought even if it was a last 16 quarterfinal, they might get knocked out, which wouldn't have been a good tournament for Egypt. Egypt are the sort of side, like, no matter what they're going through, even if, you know, they're not as strong as they used to be, the expectation for them is semi-final, final. It's like in the Premier League, Manchester United, for example, their standards should be we're trying to compete for trophies, even though we know they're not as good as they used to be. But they should be there going, okay, we want to win the title. That is Egypt in African football. No matter what, they need to be trying to win a trophy, or to try and get to the semi-final at least. And they've done that. With Morocco, I did say at the beginning of the tournament, I expect them to reach the quarter-final. I don't expect them to go any further. But if they make the quarter-final, they're on track and they're in a good place, basically. So Morocco shouldn't feel too bad that they've been eliminated at this stage. It was, as I've said, my expectation from the start, and they fulfilled it. So fair play to Morocco. Unlucky because they are now eliminated. They've shown themselves to be a progressing side. They're better than what I've seen in the past 2, 3, 4 years, for sure. Especially under Vahid Halilhodzic. He's doing a good job there. So unlucky to Morocco. But fair play to Egypt, especially in the group stages. They didn't look too convincing at all. Being in that group with Nigeria. But look how it's panned out. Nigeria get eliminated by Tunisia. Tunisia get eliminated. Egypt managed to find themselves in the semi-final. That's the beautiful thing about African football. It can go any direction. So Egypt are in the semi-final. We move to the other game, the second and last game of the quarterfinals now, which is Senegal versus Equatorial Guinea. And this is a similar thing to Egypt, where they looked unconvincing in the group stage. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And that's Senegal. Basically, they are now in the semi-final, beating Equatorial Guinea 3-1, and there were a few scares in this game. But Senegal being Senegal, and it's going to be a very, very interesting semi-final, I have to say. We'll come to that at the end of the video. Stay tuned to how I think it might go down. But Senegal, Equatorial Guinea, Senegal starting off pretty strong. The game was Senegal taking the upper hand, but Equatorial Guinea were very, very organised, very good in terms of moving the ball forward, and were very opportunistic. Being able to find the right time, boom, launch the attack, create a threat, and work the goalkeeper. Edouard Mendy was there, finding himself in a bit of trouble sometimes. So fair play to Equatorial Guinea. They've done themselves proud this tournament. But the way that the game went, starting off in the first 20-25 minutes, Senegal were the guys knocking on the door. Equatorial Guinea trying to find the opportunity. But then Senegal go 1-0 up. Sadio Mane assist. Diédo taking the goal for Senegal to send them 1-0 up. And you go into half-time. Equatorial Guinea still in the shout. When I was watching this, I was thinking, you know what? Look, it's 1-0 Senegal, but Equatorial Guinea can come back here. This is not done. A neutral that's never watched African football will look at that and go, yeah, Senegal will win this 3-4-0. And, at half-time, it didn't seem that way. You just knew Equatorial Guinea had enough talent there, and they are definitely a side not to be underestimated now. I can understand how we lost to them now, basically. But in terms of Equatorial Guinea, going into the second half, and this is where I'm talking about opportunity, they took an opportunity to equalise. They managed to move the ball in very tight spaces coming to the edge of the box. There was not a lot of space at all. I don't know how they moved the ball so quickly. For about 20 seconds, they looked like Bayern Munich. Pablo Ganet with the assist to Yannick Boyela-Sam. Again, it was, I forgot which player, passing to Ganet. Ganet managing to make a decision very quickly, get it to feet. Sam literally turns the ball around and hits it. Does not wait. No waiting whatsoever. And that's where I'm talking about being opportunistic. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he did it, and he executed it. Edouard Mendy did not have enough time to make that save. It goes into the bottom corner, and it's 1-1. And this is where you're thinking, you know what? Senegal might lose this. But when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And this is where Senegal are beginning to show their quality. They didn't show it at the start of the tournament. I think we can all agree. But now when it matters the most, and when they know that they have what it takes to win this tournament, they did come into this tournament as favourites alongside Algeria because of the way that the 2019 edition went. And Senegal do have it in them. They are a top team. Now I think they're going to begin showing that quality. The confidence is coming back up again. They are going to begin showing that quality. And that's exactly what they've done 10 minutes after conceding the goal. This was a blunder. I think we can all agree. Senegal's second goal, Kouyaté getting the goal. This was just a huge mistake. Ball is in the air. Two Equatorial Guinea defenders go up for it at the same time. No communication. Very amateurish. A very, very poor mistake to concede. That one of them headers it backwards. It tries to go back to the goalkeeper in the midst of an action for Senegal, and Kouyaté literally, as the goalkeeper's about to catch it, taps it over his shoulder, and it goes into the net. Very, very, very clever finish. Very clever finish from Kouyaté. But that gives the momentum to Senegal. Senegal begin to ride with that confidence. And literally 10 minutes after that, the 79th minute, a nice counter-attack. And it's Ismail Assar who gets the goal. An assist from Salio Cis. And it's a great finish in terms of Sarr, sending them 3-1 up. And it's Senegal going to the semi-final. Congratulations to Senegal. They deserve it. To be honest, if I'm looking at who deserves this competition in terms of, well, history, I would say Senegal deserve to win this. Especially them not winning it, the last one. They're a team that have long meant to win this competition, and they haven't. So, yeah, I would like to see Senegal lift it. However, we'll come to that very shortly. I do have to say, Equatorial Guinea, congratulations on making it this far. You've proven a lot of people wrong, including myself. So I have to be very humble in terms of Equatorial Guinea. They've been a top team this tournament. And did they deserve to go out? Maybe on the day against Senegal, yes. But overall, they deserve to go far. One lad that I have to speak about, Salvador Edu, who plays for Equatorial Guinea. Oh, man, he got on my nerves at the start of the competition, but he's a top talent. He's a top talent, and we'll see if he gets scouted or whatnot. I predict he will, because he showed a lot during this tournament. He's a nice little technical baller. So fair play to him, and fair play to Equatorial Guinea. You guys have done yourselves proud. The semi-finals now is going to get very interesting. The semi-finals will consist of Burkina Faso against Senegal and Cameroon versus Egypt. You could honestly look at that game and go, that's a final. But, this won't go down as easy as everyone thinks. I think a lot of people are expecting this to be Senegal versus Cameroon. Egypt hard. Cameroon's Egypt hard. Because Cameroon are the hosts. They're the one that have been playing with the most momentum so far. From start to finish, they just look like they are the team that's going to go and win this. And I think, that's a lot of people can share that. But Egypt, now it matters. Will Mo Salah save them again? So we'll see. But what I do want to say, Burkina Faso against Senegal, that will not be Senegal guaranteed to the final. I'm just saying now. If you look at the way Burkina Faso dispatched off Tunisia and the way and the manner that they played, you'd know they are a threat. They are dark horses in this. They are the dark horses in this. So I can't really make any prediction. It's going to be hard. If I'm going with my gut feeling, I will say Senegal-Cameroon final. And then Cameroon win it. For multiple reasons. But especially being the hosts, I think they're riding on that, and that's the thing that's getting them through. And they have talent in terms of Abu Bakr and a few of their other lads as well. It can be so. They are right now, I think, looking like the team more than likely. They've showed the most consistency, but all I'm going to say, do not be surprised if Burkina Faso make it, and do not be surprised if Egypt make it. We'll see what happens. Those games will be played on the 2nd and 3rd of February, so in a few days' time. Thank you all so much. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget, later on, I will be giving you, I think, 2 more videos. We're going to run through transfer deadline day and see what's been going on. Newcastle. I mean, they've won the transfer window. Let's have it, right? And I'll give you the latest on Chelsea and deadline day, of course. So I'll see all of you then. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you later on. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.